Flores, and you're watching CBSN Denver. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, students all across the country, including right here in Colorado, are adjusting to remote learning. And that can be overwhelming for some families. Joining me today is Ariel Smith, the co-founder of Transform Education Now. And Ariel and her team are working with schools and families in Denver to help make sure they are successful while learning at home. Now, Ariel, this is a big change for a lot of families. Remote learning cannot be easy. What are some challenges that families might be facing?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I think one of the things that families are really struggling with is learning all of these different online platforms that schools are using and establishing collaborative relationships with their teachers in their schools. This is the first time that parents and students have had to work so closely in coordination with their teachers daily to make sure that students are learning. And so establishing that relationship and learning the platforms or challenges that families are having. Also, there are still a lot of families in the Denver metro area and across the state who don't have access to internet or computers. So getting set up with technology, I think, has been one of the big challenges.
That certainly makes sense. And many parents are working from home, and now they're having to help their child learn from home as well. What are some tips you have for parents? And how important is it to set goals or a schedule while all these folks are under one roof?
It's very important to set a schedule. We've been working with families. We host weekly Zoom calls with families to help them set up their schedules. A couple of tips that we give parents. The first is just to give yourself grace. This is a really stressful and challenging time that we're all adapting to, and you're not going to get things right on the first try, and that's okay. Go slow and be gentle with yourself. This is a thing we're all learning together. The second is, I think it's really important for families to find joy in learning. Learning is supposed to be fun, and if what you're doing isn't fun, then don't do it the way that it's being presented to you. I think parents have the power right now to decide how and what their child experiences joy while learning, what that feels like. The last thing is, I think goals are good. It's good to have expectations and outcomes, because at the end of the day, we still do need to measure and monitor how much progress our students are making toward the next grade level.
Now, this change can have such an impact on students' social life, not being able to see their friends every day. How can you keep your child's spirits up and keep them excited about learning, especially at home?
There's a lot of different online programs right now that are a lot of fun and should get kids excited. The Denver Museum of Nature and Science just launched one yesterday with DSST. It's a challenge that anyone in the state can participate in. And it's a project-based, it's a project. And so it's a lot of fun to do as a family. I think the more projects and things you can do as a family, that's always really fun. But then also, students are without their social networks right now. And one of the best things about school for a lot of kids is that schools provide a safe place for socializing for kids, whereas online platforms where there's not an adult present aren't always that safe. So one of the things that we've heard is a great recommendation is to try and help your students find places where they can still socialize, whether it's a Zoom call, FaceTiming their friends, in spaces that are safe and supervised by parents.
Well, that's some great advice. And if people want to get more information, Ariel, where can they find you?
Go to our website, transformeducationnow.org. We have weekly Zoom meetings on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays that we invite all parents to be a part of. They're in Spanish and English and any other language upon request, so you can always register for those. And we also have a Slack channel where we're helping parents share information about what projects are working and what aren't. So please, that's all on our website.
Okay, Ariel, thank you so much for joining us. And we've put more information on Transform Education Now on our website, cbsdenver.com. And remember, you can get the latest headlines on the coronavirus pandemic every 30 minutes right here on CBSN Denver. We'll be right back.